is up, guys? Modern Mods back with another Corvette mod. Always excited to do these things and always excited to bring this content to you. This one is another beautiful product from EOS Extreme Online Store. Like always, link below to the product that I will be installing and to their store. So check them out and check out my videos. I got more and more EOS product. So today, to jump right in, we are going to be installing the EOS extended ZR1 style spoiler. I almost said splitter. That has already been done. I'm going to show you what it looks like compared. I have the, it is the ZR1 style spoiler on there currently, but it's not the extended version. I love the extended look. I've always been a wicker build guy, and I think this really, really fits flush and nice in this OEM build here. So I'll show you how I did this. Very, very simple, guys. You will need a few hand tools and or power tools, whatever you use, and you should be able to get this job done very, very quick. So let's jump right in. I'm going to show you what this thing looks like compared to the other. So right off the bat, size comparison, guys. Camera is going to be a little bit of a hard see. To the eye, you can see from the side here, you can see that extension. It really does stick up more. I would say it's definitely deeper. As you can see from the top angle too, it just really hugs the trunk more and gives it a beefier look, especially from the top side of it. And yeah, it's kind of hard to see with the bag giving it that reflection, but and then going to height, look at that. Granted, it's on a bag, so maybe, minus half an inch, if that though. I wouldn't even do that. Mine is a super small amount, and you can see the extra beef that adds, and that is the gloss black finish. Obviously the car is gloss black. Filthy right now. She just came back from the mod shop. Shout out FSI Tuning. Got me a Pro Charger on this baby, and I'm loving it. So she's dirty. We got caught in the Indiana rain on the way back, but man, we're adding a spoiler in right now, getting this thing readied up. So that's the look of it, guys, to give you that kind of general idea if you have this style spoiler already or if you have the stock spoiler in general. Now I'm going to jump into the install. You're going to need T15 bit and a power drill or a hand screw to take out your tail lights here. You will need to take all four out simply to access the inner screws here. And this is for if you have this style bill or spoiler. But if you don't, you could take out just the first to get the screws out, but you're going to need to take it all the way out to align the screws here to mount and drill if needed. You will need to drill, unfortunately, if you do not have this style bill already on your car, or if you have this style bill that is a stick-on. And granted, if you do not want to drill, you do have the option. It did come with its own 3M backing. I already have the preset holes, so I will be just screwing right in, no drilling required. So if you're like me with your setup, you might have a really, really easy time doing this. So I'm going to jump in, T15, take all the screws out of the taillights. Okay, guys, so you taking out your 4 T15 bolts, which were located on the tops of each of your taillights. Now you're going to want to go inside. There will be 3 in this portion of this rear end. You will be able to access them through the tail light. So it will be kind of tough to do this. I can get my camera in there and show you, but you are going to be doing majority of this blind. And then on both left and right side, you're going to have a screw here and a screw here. It's somewhere in this area. Again, I'll put the camera in. This all could vary depending on what style spoiler you have on your vehicle already. And again, if you do not have the full ZR1 style already, you will need to either drill or apply your sticky. I do recommend drilling. There's a bunch of other videos out there that show exactly how to drill. I can give you a quick rundown. What people do is they put their screws in and then they lay masking tape out, and they put some glue or any sort of substance that when you push down, it will leave a dot on the tape, and keep the tape there, pre-drill your hole to the proper size, and then you're good to go. Peel your tape and all good. The reason they do the tape is to prevent from like fraying or splitting or anything like that in your paint. Just really keeps it clean, and it's the safest way to do it. But if you don't have to worry about that, we'll go ahead and jump into the screws or the nuts that you need to take out to release your spoiler. All right, so getting up under here, guys, bear with me, don't get nauseous. We're going in, we see a bolt there with a nut on it. Coming around, going into the far other tail light, Looking up, we see a bolt there with a nut on it. And then coming in to the inners, you see your 3 bolts there. These are all 10mm bolts. And then again, going to the farther outside, looking up and under, we see a bolt there, back out and in, and we see a bolt there. So go ahead and remove those, and then your spoiler should come right out. Once you get your spoiler loose, there'll be a little harness here, and I'll show you how to get that off. Guys, so I want to apologize ahead of time. There's actually 4 in the middle area there, so I got them all laid out here. Obviously, the guys who put this on prior use some of their own style setups because you got the OEM lock washers there, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Once you get those out, you can just pull up. It might be a little snug depending on if somebody put 3M as well as the bolts to be extra secure, but just prying and pulling up will get it removed. Make sure you don't do what I just did and drop the washer down there, but make sure you got a few extras and just pry and it'll come up. It's in there snug, and that's good. That's what you want. So just keep working on it and pull it out, and once you get it out, you will see the harness for the 3rd brake light here. Just about done. It's going to be very easy to do. You've got 2 hands, but there we go. Being very careful to not drop this thing on your car. You got your harness right there, and that's just simply prying up right on that little cream colored white piece. There's a little black latch right there. Pull up, and that'll come right out, and I'll show you how to transfer your 3rd brake light into your new spoiler. Okay, guys, so you got both spoilers laying out in front of you. The 3rd brake light procedure is very easy. You can take these screws out here. These are some Torx bits, or you can just simply use a wrench or a channel lock or anything like that or pliers or channel lock, just to twist these out. Transfer over these bolts into there, and your 3rd brake light will sit right in that cutout, and just screw it back in. And it appears that on my aftermarket one, they have 3, and this has 3, but you can see that the holes lining up are not in the same position. So what it looks like to me is that I'll be able to use this hole there and possibly this hole there. But if not, I might not be having anything on my ends. So we'll see how that looks, and if I need to drill, I will. So go ahead and just take these off and transfer them into there with your brake light. All right, guys, so you see that I have it transferred in. I will say you want it to go in down and then up. So like in and pull back, and it will fit nice and flush in there, as you can see, just like that. And when you're getting a new spoiler, you know, it'd be a nice idea just to grab yourself a new 3rd brake light, which I should have done, but I didn't. So I have to do this again, but it's whatever. It's all right. And what I did find is that these screws are not transferable into here. You have in your hardware kit some Phillips head screws here that will go straight through and twist in, which are nice as well because they have a built-in spoiler, or built-in washer, I'm sorry. And what you can do is now plug back your harness and then set your spoiler in place. And again, if you have your tabs with your screws in there, you can put some goop or something on here and set it down so it's nice and straight and you know exactly where to drill at. And then do your drilling if needed, or if not, set it in and then just begin screwing in your screw holes here. These larger holes have their prepackaged screws, so you will not need to reuse the old. And then you also have 2 screws here that tie into the end piece over here to give it a nice flush fit to the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it in now and then install my middle screws. All right, guys, so there it is. I ended up getting it mounted. It took a little bit of time, I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit challenging just simply to get the holes to line up and everything like they should have. Did have to do some slight drilling of my own, but I got it in there nice and snug. Fits like it should. And I think it looks fantastic, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Just look at the rear end right there. Yeah. So really, you're done now, guys. All you really have to do is just clean up the area and then put your taillights back in. And I want to get you guys some shots in the day here and show you how it looks. I want to just thank you for checking out the video. checking out the channel. Please feel free to subscribe. Take a look at more of my content. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And you already know, until the next one, guys. Peace.